Hey, welcome to WSAZ Now. Thanks for WSAZ Plus. One of these days I'll get it right. Thanks for joining us right now. And if you live in the Huntington area, you're getting dumped on right now. And that's the way life is going to go. Nicholas Snider joins us. And Nick, you were just out in it. And I'm getting
It's evidenced by my beanie right here. Yeah.
He's got massive hat head.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, you keep that on there. Keep that beanie on there. Tell us what people are seeing outside, not just in Huntington, but really all over the region. We're seeing different snowfall amounts.
Right. So the heaviest band of snow as we speak is right on top of I-64. I pulled up the radar right here. Okay. Unfortunately, you can't see it. Maybe I'll show you on my phone right here.
Good idea.
Where that yellow is.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you can kind of see it. I'm not in control of my own weather graphics right now. I don't have a clicker, but essentially...
Now it's in focus.
Here you go. Now it's in focus. Essentially, Ashland all the way to Huntington, maybe as far back as Grayson. That's where you're seeing that heavy band of snow. So the drop visibilities, the rapid accumulation on the roadways, it is very slick. We were up in a rest area between Hal Greer and 5th Street on I-64. And the on-ramp, in the short time we were probably there from about 5 o'clock to 5:45, maybe 5:30-ish.
Yeah.
And the on-ramp was just already covered. And by the time we got back down to Huntington and set up for another live shot at 6 p.m. In downtown Huntington on 9th Ave, it was very snow-covered and very slick. We had reports of people getting stuck on 5th Street Hill, too. So... it's really slick out there. Big, gigantic snowflakes. We call those dendrites. And if you want the scientific reason for that, it's because we're seeing essentially a zone of temperatures between -10 and -14 degrees Celsius with a lot of vertical motion force that precipitation to form. On top of that, too, it's one of those wet, heavy snows. So wet, heavy snow likes to clump together. And so... the more, I guess, wet your snow is going to be, the higher chance you're going to see those bigger snowflakes. And those big snowflakes love to accumulate rapidly. Yeah. I measured about an inch of snow in downtown Huntington at around 6:15 p.m.
Okay.
I would not be surprised if we made it to 2.5 with this last push of snow coming through. Now, over the next few hours, going to continue to push south. So we should start to dry you out along I-64 relatively soon. However, down in the coal fields where we've been seeing rain pretty much all day, you're going to start to see your snow. And where we've seen that rain, too, flash freeze. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Boy. No, thanks.
That is a potential overnight tonight. So any of that rain that's standing on the roadways could freeze in an instant, and that could cause very slick travel tomorrow morning. By the way, too, there could be an isolated snow squall as you're waking up tomorrow morning for that morning commute, so quickly drop visibilities, slick conditions still. It's going to be a little tricky for you as you're out and about. So lots of things to talk about over the next 24 hours or so.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's a continuing winter forecast that keeps creeping up on us. But again, something like this is so much easier to take than what we experienced, the weekend before last, where, we had that ice. And that was when you guys talked about how it was going to deep freeze, we thought, oh, yeah, okay, well, that'll probably last a few days. No, it's been a long time, and that ice isn't going anywhere. Do you think that, and this is the other thing I wanted to ask you before we leave, the overnight temperatures, even when it starts to get warm, when the warming trends continue during the day, the overnight temperatures, they're going to keep that ice around, I would think.
Yeah, black ice is going to be a bigger issue, more so than the ice we can see.
Okay.
The clear ice Tony was talking about for the last 2 weeks, but that's going to melt away, refreeze into ice that we won't be able to see. So black ice is going to be an issue. By the way, too, anything that melted today, the snow is providing us with a little traction on top of the ice, especially on the sidewalks, but on the roads, it's slickening things up because a lot of the roads had been, for the most part, clear, with the exception of those side streets. Right. But the snow adding to that is going to cause us to get a little bit more traction. But once it starts to melt away and refreeze and all that, that's going to create its own issues. So, yeah, more icy conditions to be on the way for sure.
There we go. Okay. We appreciate it. We're going to be back here at 9 o'clock with another update from WSAZ Chief Meteorologist Tony Cavalier. And, of course, we'll have the latest news at 10 o'clock on the Tri-State CW. And always you can find us here on WSAZ and WSAZ Plus, I guess you can say. So, hey, Nick, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tim.
All right. And don't forget, join us later. And by all means, stick around for that 9 o'clock update because we'll see what we expect overnight, because then that might affect your commuting plans. So, hey, thanks. Have a good rest of the evening, and we'll see you later.